Welcome back to Yoshi Entertainment, everybody. So, just recently, unfortunately, there was a young 18-year-old by the name of Cameron Robbins who was said to be the star baseball player and student at his Louisiana high school, jumped overboard during a Bahama cruise because of an alleged dare. Now, there is a video out there of the entire ordeal. It's a very short video, but I will not post it on this channel because it is very, very unsettling and disturbing. Now, there have been people calling this young man all kind of this and that's for his poor decision to do this. And yes, it was a poor decision. It was a bad decision. But what we're not going to do is drag this young man during this tragedy. And I feel like in today's society, people have made it acceptable to disrespect people despite the situation. They're very tone deaf and very inconsiderate. The last thing this young man's family needs, especially his mother and his father, is to log on to the internet and seeing people talk about their child like he's a dog, like we haven't all made bad decisions. Sure, yours might not have ended in tragedy, but we've all made bad decisions before. Speaking of bad decisions, I feel like a lot of what happened was peer pressure or just bad communication. People don't realize that peer pressure is very real and it's very strong, and that we've got to teach our young people, our youth, our children, our grandchildren, whoever susceptible to it, that they need to resist peer pressure. They need to take a step away from bad communications, that they don't have to do what everybody is encouraging them, strongly encouraging them, or telling them to do. We also need to teach and prevent the kids, the people who are the ones applying the peer pressure, to not do that to other children, to not influence them or encourage them to do something that would put their life, their safety, their well-being, their future in danger. Now, I know the response to that. A lot of people love to say, well, nobody put a gun to his head and forced him to jump. And it is true that nobody forced him to do it. He did it according to his own volition from what we understand. Although it does bother me, it disturbs me, and it kind of scares me a little bit how much people these days don't realize how dangerous and effective people, again, who like to apply peer pressure and encourage people to do things they should not do, how dangerous those people are. I'm going to say this again. I'm acknowledging the fact that everybody has to make their own decisions wisely. Although those people in the video, those kids in the video that encouraged him to jump, I do believe that they need to be held to the highest form of repercussions that they can possibly be held to for egging him on and encouraging him to do something unwise, especially the person in the video that said bye-bye. Now, I don't know if those were his friends or just his classmates. If those were his friends, first of all, I put that in air quotes, very strong air quotes, and in italics, emboldened and underlined, because who needs enemies with friends like those? And even if they weren't his friends, they were still raggedy for that. As a matter of fact, some people have been speculating and alleging that this could have been somebody who was jealous or envious of him because, like I said, he was the alleged star baseball player. He was very well respected, apparently, very well loved amongst his peers. He had a lot going for him. He had just graduated. I'm sure he was on his way to college. So he had a bright future ahead of him. So, some of these people, and this unfortunately has to serve as a lesson to some of these young people out here. Some of these people who are your classmates, they calling themselves your friends, them ain't your friends, okay? Some of them are plotting your downfall. Don't be up here listening to them, doing what they tell you to do, influencing you to do crazy stuff. Because some of them, they not doing this because, it's all laughs and giggles. They trying to destroy your life. But like I said, that is allegations and speculations. We don't know for sure if they had those malicious ideas in mind when they encouraged him to jump. But anyways, the video that I spoke of earlier, as I said, I'm not going to post on this channel because it was very unsettling, but basically was him jumping into the water and swimming around. He was visible for about 5 seconds and then he disappeared. It almost seemed like he completely disappeared off the face of this planet, y'all. That's what I was talking about when I said that it was disturbing and unsettling. And it was nighttime. And there were a lot of people in the comment section of some different videos, different posts, like the ones that I saw on Instagram, who are from the Bahamas. And they said at nighttime, first of all, those waters are riddled with sharks. You are in their territory, and especially when it's at nighttime, you can't see where you're going. Understand something. Even in the daytime, those sharks, whatever's out there, they will always know that you're there long before you even see them, before you're even aware of their presence. And that's in the daytime when you can actually see in the water. So you can imagine the disadvantage anybody would be in the waters at night. And with, as strong as the currents can be out there, Like I said, he was gone within a matter of seconds, and it was very disturbing and very saddening. And that was the last that they had seen of him. They'd sent out a search party, but from what I can understand and from what I last researched, they called back the search party and his family went back home. They were all hoping and praying that he would still be found, although, like I said, this is just a very unfortunate situation, and it serves as an unfortunate reminder to, like I said, people, not just young people, but, because there are older people who could be susceptible, like I said, to this kind of stuff. And it's nothing to be ashamed of. Like I said, people just have to learn how to disengage from bad communication, to not be pressured into doing stuff that they know is a bad thing to do, a bad decision to make. And we've got to start calling people out for this kind of foolishness. We need to stop sitting back and acting like, well, they didn't do anything wrong, because it's all fun and games until it's you or one of yours. It's all fun and games. Like, imagine, put yourself in that woman's shoes. What if somebody convinced your mother to do something crazy, or your child to do something crazy, and they did it? Wouldn't you be mad? Of course you would be upset that they went through with it, but you'd be upset at that person for influencing them to do it. Wouldn't you be? There are even some people bringing up the point that some people take advantage of other people who have mental illnesses, or they're not as mentally sound as other people, encouraging them to do things that they know is not right, that these people can't process because they're not mentally there like everybody else, which is very, very malicious. So keep that in mind again before you shame somebody for, falling into that trap of, like I said, peer pressure. If it's anybody we need to be shaming, it's the people who would encourage somebody to do something like that, to put their life in jeopardy, to risk their safety. Those are the people we need to be shaming and calling out so they could stop doing stuff like this. But anyways, y'all let me know what y'all think and how y'all feel respectfully down in the comments below. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Prayers going out to this young man and his family. Y'all be safe and y'all be blessed.